Yes, good evening. This is Dr. Theophilus Lambo, who is going to present a paper today on the impact of traditional medicine on Nigerian culture. Traditional medicine and culture in any country are supposed to be interrelated. We need to know a little about what we mean by traditional medicine and culture. Traditional medicine, as often defined, is the sum total of knowledge handed down from generation to generation, either verbally or in writing, whether explicable or not. This knowledge are the use of herbs, roots, animal parts, minerals, local languages, and tools to effect solutions to their community problems and effecting cures through strong belief and faith in these principles. Today, this intellectual knowledge are being codified and protected by many countries such as India, China, Sri Lanka, while in Nigeria, efforts are still in progress to start identifying and protecting our traditional knowledge. On the other hand, culture includes languages, ideas, beliefs, codes and conducts, institutions, tools, techniques, works of art, rituals and ceremonies, among other elements. Hence, culture can simply be defined as the combination of patterns of activities related to the society rather than individuals, which are manifested by human beings, rather than lower elements such as animals. It will, however, be no erroneous to think that the animal kingdoms do not have culture. I think they do. When we care to study or observe the different patterns of life of few of our domestic animals or birds, it is cultural for the mother duck to follow its ducklings, while the mother hen leaves its own chickens. It has been discovered that there are some similarities between some human cultures which do also exist among some higher animals, such as apes, gorilla, a bush rat in Nigeria we call okete, which traditionally this has mystical powers to transform into human and carry out human functions. It is hence interesting to note that some of the intellectual knowledge on traditional medicine known today were learned from the behavior of these higher animals. From the definitions of traditional medicine explained above, we could see that its practice depends on some of the following patterns. 1. Making use of interpersonal relationship between the practitioners and his clients, belonging to the same community and sharing the same culture and language of communication. 2. The use of tools and symbols of communication common to the local community. 3. Codes of conduct, taboo and belief. 4. Rituals and ceremonies. Nigeria, being a multi-tribal nation in the African continent, is blessed with much quantum of multicultural values. Like we have diversity of culture in Nigeria, so it is the same with diversity of traditional medicine practices. Unlike in China or India, where we have a homogeneous pattern, it is different in Nigeria. We have three main types of systems, subdivided into various tribal forms of practices: the Yoruba types of traditional medicine, the Igbo types, and the Hausas, Fulani, and Kanuri types of traditional medicine. It is the combination of all these forms of traditional medicine that constitutes Nigerian traditional medicine. It's part of the diversity of cultures in Nigeria. The pattern of interpersonal relationship between the practitioners and communities' clients are very similar. The practitioners of traditional medicine are often looked upon as the messengers of the gods, sometimes feared and respected. It is this reason which always makes the communities, be it among the southern Nigerians, to consult these practitioners before a major decision is taken, such as picking or nominating a leader or a king or captain as a commander of an army. In the northern region, despite the infiltration of Islamic or Arabic cultures, which had succeeded in bastardizing their traditional cultural values, the services of traditional medicine practitioners, irrespective of the methods they adopt, are still sought for consultations. While the Yorubas make use of the Ifa divinations, the Igbo rely on psychic connectivity with the gods, and in the north, the use of sand tricks. The Fulanis or the Middle Belt, they use Ifa Oreku apart from the Islamic Malams to direct them. It is to be understood that the successes of this dependency is as a result of the application of traditional medicine. The tools and symbols of communication include such tools as okbelek, kauri, palm kernels, pieces of bones and stones, kola nuts, etc. In Ifa divination, Ifa Oreku is regarded as the vehicle of communication to men. The practitioners referred to as Babalawo are the messengers who intercede between the gods and men. More than often, they offered messages, advice, and solutions to avert dangers, to facilitate things and reconcile opposing forces through the utilization of sacrifices and traditional medicines in form of medicinal soaps, creams, amulets, incisions, face powder, and eye shadows, etc. Quotes, conduct, and belief. In some parts of the country, it is customary for parents, when they have a new arrival to the family, that is babies, to consult so as to know the destiny and the path this new baby will follow in life. It is on this premise that names are given on the 8th day as culture demands. Oftentimes, personalities under these names often follow the traits and influences of their names. We have names such as Babatunde, Iyabo, Awotunde, Idowu, Adeleke, Oyabode, and so on. Traditional medicines depend 60% on beliefs, trust, and faith by both the practitioners and the recipients, either in theory or in practice. It recognizes the relevance and influences of the deities believed to be sent as messengers by the Creator, to whom reference and homage is always paid. Communera home. Among the Yoruba-speaking tribal groups, from Ile-Ife to Benin in Edo State and Benin Republic, across the shores of Nigeria, to all the countries that slave trade took our Yoruba tribes, such as Sierra Leone, Liberia, Brazil, Cuba, Haiti, Jamaica, Bahamas, and the Americas, culture and traditional medicines interrelated to effect relief from diseases, human maladies, societal problems, etc. in Benin Republic. And across to Cuba, Brazil, and Haiti, the practice of voodoo and black magic has been incorporated into traditional medicine as a way of life, which has now become the cultural practice of these people. Culturally, Nigeria believes in the existence of deities, that is gods. Who are these deities? And how are they related or relevant to our culture and traditional medicine? The most popular deities are Osain. This deity rules over all wild herbs, and he is considered to be the greatest herbalist who knows the properties of all plants. In Africa, there are so many herbs and plants that are used in healing that only someone trained for life in this craft can competently perform proficiently. The plants and herbs of Osain have their purely medicinal values, uses as well as their magical values. The adherents of Osoyin and other practitioners of traditional medicine study to know how to identify, to gather and store medicinal herbs, roots, seeds, and barks. Some of these herbs and plants have to be gathered at certain hours of the day or certain hours of the night, while the barks of some trees have to be cut when at the direction of the sunrise, and some maybe in the evening when the sun is setting down. Some of these herbs and plants have to be gathered at certain hours of the days and nights. Some plants have to be offered sacrifices or gifts before such plants could be successfully cultivated or transplanted or even harvested, such as origin, Ajofole, etc. We now come to the second of the gods, Obatala. Obatala, this deity is credited with following attributes: deity of creation and custodian of the Ifa oracle, with power to cure illnesses and deformities. In human anatomy, Obatala rules the brain, he rules the bones, white fluids of the body. The following medicinal plants are believed to be influenced by the deity: sage, kola nuts, vervain, basil, and valerian. Eshu or Elegbera is the third one of the gods, which in other language is Lucifer. Is referred to as the gateman of heaven, messenger of the gods, Orisha. Eshu is the principal negotiator between the negative and positive forces in the body. It enforces law of being, helps to enhance the power of herbs. This deity rules the sympathetic nervous system and controls all herbs. Ogun is another god, that is the god of iron. Ogun, the deity who paves block paths. Ogun hence rules the heart, kidney, tendons. Ogun is responsible for the clearing of blockages or interruption of the flow of vital energy at various points in the body. The deity influences such herbs as eucalyptus, parsley, and garlic, etc. Other orishas or deities include Iemoja, which is mother of waters, and Nachora. She rules the womb and breast. She influences the following herbs: kelp, aloe vera, passion flower, etc. Now we come to Oshun, with another